Hey everyone, Baby T here, and I just want to weigh in with my opinion about the Division beta. Now, the open beta just closed, and I also participated in the closed beta, and I actually had tried to record some stuff for that, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. The OBS just decided to not record it. So I recorded a lot of my gameplay from the open beta, and I just wanted to share a couple of my thoughts. But first of all, I just want to say, because people have been throwing this out since the Division kind of was announced, is it a Destiny killer? Because a lot of people are disgruntled with how Destiny business model works and how the game is. So yeah, I mean they're both in the same kind of category. They're both MMO-like games with shooting mechanics. But they're fundamentally different. Like, they're not the same game. Destiny is a first-person shooter, and they're completely different. I'm just gonna say that now. They are different. So no, they're not out to destroy one another. They're separate games, just for different people. I mean, I personally enjoy both. I really enjoy the shooting mechanics of Destiny, and the lore, and just the visuals are impressive. So that's a whole other thing. So let's move on from that. What works well in the Division? Actually, quite a lot. Quite a few things work really, really, really well, and that's why I'm actually really excited for this game. One thing is the landmarks. Like, it's actually set in Manhattan, New York, and it's like a 1-to-1 scale. I'm not sure if it's like photorealistic, like exactly landmarks, like kind of thing. But I know like there are certain landmarks that are in the game. One mission that's in the beta, the first mission you are assigned to do, is actually in Madison Square Garden, and that is freaking cool. Like, you actually go on like the basketball court and kill dudes in there. And that is really, really cool. I really appreciate that the developers took the time to do that. And there are multiple others, but you really just don't get to see them in the beta. Another thing is the sound design is just astounding. I actually highly recommend you put headphones on right now so that you can actually listen to this. I'm gonna just play the audio along with the normal stuff of the game and just listen to it. This is inside like a building with people firing and stuff. 56? I don't even know anymore. The sound design in this game is impressive. Like, I am freaked out right now. Like, everyone's shooting inside this like sealed building.
Like this?
Oh, I found a guy. Another great thing that works great is the cosmetic clothing system. They don't affect stats or anything. It's just purely appearance. But I like it. I like that you can make your character look basically how you want them to look with clothes. In the beta, we didn't get to really customize how our characters looked. There were only a couple of preset things you could be, as far as appearance-wise. But with the clothing, there were plenty of options where you could change it up. Like, you could be wearing blue jeans, cargo pants, military pants, and I saw at least 5 different options for just pants alone. And then there's undershirts, there's jackets, there's scarves, there's hats, there's boots. And so there's a lot of different options you can mix up while you're, trying to make your character your own. The RPG elements in the game are actually fairly good. They are actually impressive. I like them. So the way it works is you get skills, which you can only have, as far as the beta goes, 2 active skills at one time. And unfortunately, in the beta, there were only the closed beta. There were 3 skills available. No, 4. There were 4 skills available, and then in the open beta, there are 5. They added an extra one, a little mini turret you could just throw down and it'll attack your enemies. So, and you can only use 2 at a time. It makes you customize your character how you want to play. I personally will probably have the heal ability, absolutely. And depending on my party, I will probably have Pulse also, just as a survivability kind of thing. But you could have someone who's just like a tank, someone who does like pure tech damage, and is like a healer. You have the Holy Trinity, but no one is locked into that. Like, a healer can absolutely snipe also and kill people. They're not just locked into spending their entire time healing other people. The difficulty in the game is another thing I really want to touch on that I think they did well. I, for one, I played World of Warcraft for many years. Too many years. And I like that if I'm level, let's say 80, a level 10 thing is not a problem for me. I should be able to go into a lower area and stomp the shit out of things if I so wish. I earned that. I put in the time and I have the items. I want to be able to just destroy things if I feel like I want to. And there are newer games, newer MMOs have been kind of moving away from that. They kind of stunt you in your ability to do that. Like Guild Wars 2. I love Guild Wars 2, but I find that system very annoying. So let's say I'm level 80 and I go into a level 5 area. I'm now effectively level 7. That kind of sucks. Like, I don't feel like I'm powerful anymore. I feel like I'm level 7. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way. And with the Division, at least, again, in the beta, I'm not sure if they're actually going to do like what Guild Wars does or what World of Warcraft has done. You can go, like, I'm level 8. I can go into a level 4 area and kill level 4 things as level 8, and my damage will not be reduced. So I can just mow things down, and it feels awesome. It feels great to be that overpowered and just mow everybody down. It also helps with if you want to play with friends, like level them up quickly. I mean, some people, they're not really. Some people may not want to play through the game for the story and like methodically like spend all that time. They may just want to get to the end game. And I feel like if you're spending the money, that is your choice. If you want to do that, you should be able to do that. If you don't want to play the rest of the game and just want to rush to the end max level stuff, go for it. Like, you are more than welcome to do that, in my opinion. But of course, some developers don't agree with me on that front. Now, Dark Zone. So, for those of you who don't know, the Dark Zone is an open PvP area where there are enemy NPCs in there, and they are much more difficult than usual. They are tougher, they drop better stuff, and I love that. Additionally, other players, anybody, can shoot and kill you if they so wish, and then steal your stuff. So let's run through a scenario here. Let's say you spend all this time killing all these NPCs, and you get all this awesome stuff. You're like, yes, I got all these items, I'm gonna go extract it. I'm gonna go get it out and get it safe so it's now mine forever. However, once you pick up items, you get a little yellow pack on your back that signifies that you have items. You have Dark Zone items. So anyone that so wishes can come up and kill you for it. If they do kill it, it will drop on the ground and they can pick it up. That is scary. So, when you're running around with items, you are a target. You are a potential target at any time for anyone who wants to kill you. Once you have items, you have to go extract them. So you have to call in a helicopter at set locations and get it out. Helicopters will come after, I believe it's a minute and a half. So 90 seconds, you have to defend this area and defend yourself from anyone that could want to kill you. But once it's out, it's safe. It's yours. That is super scary. So, is the Dark Zone a good idea? Absolutely. I love it. I love that it's scary. People are suspicious of each other all the time. It's fantastic. And again, I like how the enemies, the NPCs, are tougher. One problem I have, or thing I don't understand, it's really a thing I don't understand, is why are there two separate levels between Dark Zone and like the normal game, the PvE section? I don't understand why I have a Dark Zone level when I put in all this work and maybe finish the main story. I go into Dark Zone and I'm level 1 again. That doesn't make any sense to me. What is that level utilized for besides higher level items that are like Dark Zone exclusive items? I'm not saying this is a bad system. I'm saying I don't understand it. So if someone wants to explain to me in the comments or something as to why that system exists, I would be more than open to hearing it. Okay, some negatives about the game. Some bad things that I'm scared of, or things that I've seen in the beta and I'm not a huge fan of. there is 0 player trading at all. And I can understand why, like, there's a whole, I talk to any real game developer, and they'll say that, trading kind of ruins an economy of a game and player progression. And while that may be slightly true, Diablo 3 has done a fantastic job in mitigating that ability. So in Diablo 3, what happens is, you can trade things between each other if you are in the party when it drops. That way, you're basically there. It's just someone else was lucky enough to get the drop of something. And this is even more the point when drops are like instanced to a certain player. So if an item drop, and that's how it is in the Division. So an item drops in the world. For me, it did not drop for anybody else. It only dropped for me. No one else in the world can see it. It doesn't exist for them. And so what happened in the beta recently was that I got like 3 snipers, 3 M1As, and my teammate had not seen a sniper at all. He did not have any snipers, and he wanted one. I would have loved to give him one. That way we could just pick people off. But nope, I cannot give him a sniper. And there's nothing we could do about it. We just had to hope that he eventually found a sniper or that the gun vendor actually sold one. Another thing that makes me concerned, and yes, I know this is a beta, and there's only so much they want to put in, but I am scared that this game will be content starved. I am very scared of that, because there needs to be a lot of stuff to do in this game. There needs to be a ton of stuff to do. You can't be running around bored, and that kills a game. Content keeps a game alive, which is why another reason why people have a problem with Destiny is there's very few content patches all the time. It really only comes in the form of major DLC releases, and then people get bored. So I severely hope that the Division has a ton of missions, a ton of side quests, different things you can do besides the missions, maybe instance dungeons. Maybe that's what missions are supposed to be, which would be fine. They just need to be more diverse. Like the difference between the 2 missions we had in the beta were great. Like the second one, they added it only in the open beta. It wasn't in the closed beta. The one with the fire guys, the guys with the tanks on their back. That was cool. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. If we can make more like that, things with more complex mechanics, that would be awesome. I'd be down for that. Another thing that was weird, I don't understand if there's something we were doing wrong or we don't understand the system, but is Uplay required to play this game even if you get it through Steam? In the closed beta, of course, I played it through Uplay, but in the open beta, I played it through Steam. And to add my friends, I had to add their Uplay accounts in Uplay so that they'd show up in the Division under my friends. So I don't understand that system or how that works. Like, will my Steam friends list not show up through the Division, or so I have to have them as friends in Uplay? So what's the point of even having it through Steam? Just for the namesake? Again, if someone in the comments could educate me on this, I'd be very appreciative, because I want to. If I do choose to purchase this game, which when I get to the end, I will discuss whether that is the case. I would want to get it through Steam, because I have all my stuff on Steam. All of my friends are on Steam. No one uses Uplay. Let's be honest. Who uses Uplay besides for games that requires you to use Uplay? Like, actually, Far Cry games don't even require you to use Uplay, as far as I know. They're on Steam. So no one really uses Uplay. Okay, bugs. Again, it's a beta, understandable. There weren't like huge bugs like falling through the world or anything, but there were a couple bugs that were just kind of like, this is weird. So I'm gonna show you here. There's like a weird like jiggling, like a jiggle dance you do when you try to interact with something sometimes. Like trying to open a door or a crate, like your character was kind of jig back and forth. And then you stop, you take your finger off the F button, the interact button, and it stops, and then you do it again, like, oh, okay, now I figured it out. It's weird. And then getting off of ledges is, for some reason, weird. Like, if you climb on top of, let's say, a transformer, not the robots, the electrical one, and you want to walk off, just press W and walk off. Nope, your character acts like it's a ledge you can't go off of unless you press control. No, it's a small, like maybe 2-foot drop. Just walk off the edge. It's not a big deal. Just do it. Like Shia LaBeouf says, just do it. One of the negatives that I personally feel it's okay, but the people I've talked to have said that they're not a huge fan, is the shooting mechanics. Now, I think they're okay. They are fairly sensitive. So if you're using an assault rifle, it will jiggle a lot. It will move. And if you're not used to it, it gets kind of wonky. And I can understand that. It's just, it takes time to develop. Like the understanding of how the game feels and stuff like that. The sniping is very nice. There's of course there's some weird things, and I only put in a couple hours into the game, so I'm not, again, a professional at the shooting mechanics of this game. They just seem they're unique. That's the thing. They are unique, and that can go one way or another depending on how you feel. So, overall, do I think that this game will be worth the price of admission, which naturally will be $60? From what I've seen in the beta, I'm excited. I will probably not pre-order the game based off of, or I haven't pre-ordered, and I probably won't pre-order at all, based off of my personal principles of pre-ordering and, funds. But I will probably get it close, maybe the first week, and play it from there, because I love shooting-based MMO games. Granted, I think this is more of a pseudo MMO, not a true MMO like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV or stuff like that. But it is definitely fun, and Dark Zone can be pretty hectic and competitive and scary, especially if you have friends. It's so much more fun. Which brings me to another point. Dark Zone is not that fun alone. You have to have friends for it to be that fun. Because if you're alone, you really can't go rogue safely. If you go rogue when you're in Dark Zone alone, you will get slaughtered very quickly. Which I'm not sure if they changed in the beta, from closed to open beta, if your character is constantly seen on the map when rogue, or if you ping every now and then when rogue, so that people can't always find you and you can hide. Which I would love if they actually did that, because before, in the closed beta, when you went rogue, you were seen at all times on the map, making it impossible for you to hide. Which then leads to another problem. When you are rogue, even if someone is shooting at you, if you shoot them back at all, if you shoot back at an innocent player, not innocent, a neutral player, you still add time to your rogue status. Why? Why is that the case? That does not make any sense. It should be, even if, let's say, scenario-wise, let's say you're rogue and you're trying to hide and someone shoots at you. Let's not even say they hit you. Let's say they shoot at you in an orb around you. You are trying to defend yourself. So like, let's say they're bad shot. They're using a sniper and missed your head. You retaliate and try to kill them before they kill you. You're adding time on there, making it more difficult for you to stop being a rogue. That bugs me. That bugs me so much. It should be, if they shoot at you first, you should be able to defend yourself and not have time to your rogueness. So, because you're just trying to get out of it. Like maybe, someone was annoying you and you just may wanted to kill them, or maybe you're just like, hey, this is just one guy, let's just kill him. Like, why not? I mean, we did that a lot, actually. That's one of the nagging things about being rogue to me. I do like that when you exit rogue status, you do get experience and money and stuff like that, which is awesome. It rewards you for going rogue and getting out of it, for surviving. Additionally, I like that people hunt you down because they also get rewards and experience for killing you. Alright guys, those are just my general thoughts about The Division. I played the beta this weekend for, I don't know, over 10 hours. I played it quite a bit, did both missions multiple times, played Dark Zone quite a bit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and, hope you guys are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing it well. Hope to see all of you later. Alright, see ya.